I went to the gas station last week and they were giving out a free shingle shot if you filled your tank with premium. I took the shot, but I think I'm having some side effects. What do you think? Do I look okay? Oh, what is wrong with me? I really need coffee. Aaron Wise coming to you direct from Mission Control with a short tutorial video about our shiny new shopping and enrollment system for Medicare Part D prescription drug plans known as Medicare Insurance Direct. This plan is going to be very useful for all of you who have questions about what drug plan you should be in for next year, but there are two types of you who are not going to have any fun at this party. Number one, if you're in a Medicare Advantage plan, which is probably covering your prescriptions now anyway, if you enroll in a standalone drug plan while you're in a Medicare Advantage plan, it's going to bounce you out of your plan. You probably don't want that. Number two, if you're in New Jersey and you're on the Pharmaceutical Assistance for Aged and Disabled program, better known as PAD, those people are always going to be looking out for your drug plan anyway. So you could come in here and you could enter the information and you could enroll and it might stick for the year, but it might be something that PAD kicks you out of anyway. My recommendation is don't mess with it. Let PAD do it for you. The rest of you, come with me. Let's learn. This is what the Medicare Insurance Direct platform is going to look like once you get your hands on it, and that's going to come in a link through an email to you. The first thing I need to stress to you is that you can use this system one of two ways. You can use it either as a guest or you can use it as a registered user. I strongly urge you to create an account and use it as a registered user. And the reason why is because if you use it as a guest without first making an account, everything you put in here will be lost the minute you close the window. So what you want to do to make an account is you want to come up here to the top right of the screen where it says login. And once you click login, you'll see where you can log in once you register yourself. But to register yourself, you simply need to hit this gray button called Create Account. So we're going to hit this gray button here, and that's going to bring up this screen. Once this screen comes up, you can see clearly all you need is your name, zip code, email address, make up a username and a password, and hit the orange Create Account bar. Once you do that, you'll be logged into the account, and once you're logged into the account, the word login up here will be replaced with your first name. Once you see your first name, you've got an account, you're logged into it, now you can get to work. So we're going to pretend that we're logged in, and the first thing you're going to do after you're logged in is you're going to enter your zip code. Now I'm going to toss in a couple of zip codes here. The first one, 07731, is a zip code Monmouth County. Very easy, right? But I'm going to do another one here to show something. Here's a zip code in South Jersey that spans 3 potential counties. Now in New Jersey, it's no big deal because drug plans are identical across all 21 counties. However, if you're watching this video from another state, the counties are very important because plan designs vary from county to county in some states. So it's very important to get your county correct if more than one shows up. I'm just going to choose Cumberland in this case. I'm going to say View Plans. Now there's more in this system than you need. There's 7 buttons across the top here, and you only need 2 of them, maybe 3. Number 1, add pharmacies. Number 2, add prescriptions. And you might want to touch add current plan. I'm going to show you how all 3 buttons work, but the point of this is that there's this add providers button or add health button. The reason why these buttons are here is because Medicare Insurance Direct is capable of shopping for more than prescription drug plans. However, since our mission today is a prescription drug plan, you're not going to touch any of the other buttons that you don't need because all you see here is this tab that says prescription drug plans. Now you'll notice for New Jersey, it's telling us that 10 plans are available. Technically, there are going to be a dozen plans available for 2026 in the state of New Jersey. However, 2 of the plans offered by Horizon Blue Cross are not going to be featured on this system. Now, if you're curious as to whether or not the Horizon plans are going to be a good fit for you, you have to reach out to me and we can have a conversation about it, but you are not going to get that information here. However, if you're taking low-end generics or if you're not taking anything at all, you can feel pretty safe turning your back on the Horizon plans because they have rather large premiums and they're better fit for somebody who's taking a little bit pricier of a drug list. The bottom line is if you want the info, it's at your fingertips. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add pharmacies. We're going to add a pharmacy. We're going to add a few drugs, and then we're going to take a look at what the system does. And then we'll play around with some of the what if options. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this Add Pharmacies button. I'm going to click it. This window is going to come up. My zip code is already filled in. I'm going to click in this pharmacy name box, and I'm going to type CVS. I'm going to come to the end of that box and hit this search button. And you can see that a result of pharmacies in the 08360 area have shown up. I'm going to click the one right in the heart of Vineland. I'm going to hit Add Pharmacy. And there my pharmacy sits. Right there on Chestnut Avenue, primary pharmacy. Now you can add more than one pharmacy, and we are going to do that later. For now, we're just going to say this is it, and we're going to hit Close. When we get back to the dashboard, you can see that the dashboard acknowledges what I just did. I added one pharmacy, and it's showing me that. Now we're going to come in, we're going to add some prescriptions. When I click Add Prescriptions, there's only one box to mess with, and that's this box here. And the first prescription I'm going to talk about is atorvastatin. This is generic Lipitor for high cholesterol. And I'm going to see that I have 4 dosage choices here. I'm going to say 40 milligrams. And then you have to enter your quantity and frequency. Now, if you pick this up every 30 days from the pharmacy, fine. A lot of you get these things 90 days at a time. And if we get it 90 days at a time, we're going to say I need 90, and I need 90 every 3 months because Lipitor is typically a once-a-day drug. Now that I have the information set the way I want, I simply hit the gold Add button, and that prescription is now in my list. I'm going to do another one. This is tamsulosin. This is generic Flomax for prostate. This only comes in one dosage. This 0.4 milligram is all there is, so I don't have to choose a dosage here. So again, I'm going to do the quantity and frequency, and in keeping with the tradition of not going to the pharmacy every month, I'm going to make this 90 days every 3 months as well. I'm going to hit the Add button. And I'm going to do one more medication. This time I'm going to type Coreg. Now, some of you are taking Coreg. You just don't know you're taking Coreg because you're taking the generic of Coreg. So if I click here on Coreg, you can see I have dosage choices, and I'll just choose 12.5 milligrams. But down here, there is a warning here that says, or a question really, would you like to use the generic carvedilol for Coreg? Now, if you're taking carvedilol for blood pressure or otherwise, now your ears are perked up because now you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to simply hit yes here. That's going to default to the carvedilol as opposed to the Coreg. This is a very important thing to differentiate with because the brand name drug is always more expensive than the generic, and in some cases the brand name drug isn't even covered by anyone. A good example of this would be for thyroid issues. Many people are taking the generic levothyroxine, but some people have not tolerated the generic and they're taking the brand name Synthroid. And the Synthroid is often available, but often available at a much higher price. So be very careful with your drug list. If you are taking a generic, put in the name of the generic. Only put in the brand name if you are actually taking the brand name. Now, the Coreg, or the carvedilol, is often prescribed twice a day, and you can see that it's reflected here, $60 a month. But again, if I'm going to the pharmacy every 3 months, I'm not going to need 60, I'm going to need 180. A little bit of math there. And then I'm going to hit the gold Add button. And when I do, you can see the carvedilol's in the list with the proper number of tablets every 3 months and not the brand name Coreg. So we're in good shape here. I'm going to simply hit close because we're going to pretend that's the end of my list. And again, the dashboard has acknowledged what we've done. It's put in those 3 medications. Now you can see that there is a list of drug plans here, and this list of drug plans here goes down to the bottom. There are 10 to pick from. And this list is sorted automatically by the total annual estimated cost. Now you could say, I want to look at the plan names from A to Z, and that's how it's going to sort it for you. However, total annual estimated cost is the recommended way of shopping for these things because the total annual estimated cost is a combination of the plan's monthly premium, the deductible if it applies and if it has one, and the estimated copays that you have for your prescriptions. So in this first example, the green number is the monthly plan premium, The deductible for the plan is over here. The estimated drug cost, this is the estimated copays, is here, and combined the total estimated annual cost is $233. So this estimation is all based off of what the system thinks you're going to experience. Now keep in mind, I put in 3 medications. You watched me do it. The system is assuming that on New Year's Eve, you're going to have a wild night. You're going to take all your medications, put them in a bag, and throw the bag out. And then you'll have to get up and get new medications on New Year's Day. Now, we all know that that's not the reality of things. You'll wake up New Year's Day and you'll be almost out of some stuff, but you'll have plenty of other things. The system is assuming that you'll need a new, fresh supply of everything come January 1st. So that's reason why, number 1, this is estimated. Number 2, the estimation is also an estimation because the price of drugs fluctuates like the price of gas. So what you pay for your atorvastatin in January could be different from what you pay for it in July. It all depends on how the market is going and which manufacturer is providing that drug to your pharmacy at the best price. So the estimation is exactly that. You often cannot take these numbers to the bank. The bottom line is that you have lots and lots of information at your fingertips. Now, some of you are doing mail order, and if you want to know what mail order looks like, that's pretty easy. We're going to come back up to the pharmacy button. We're going to hit view. And down here, I want my drug costs based on, and I'm going to click this arrow, and mail order is going to be a secondary choice. I'll click mail order, and then I'm going to hit close. And when I get back here to this screen, you'll notice that this number, which was in the 200s, is now into the 110s because, once again, the estimated drug cost has changed based on the concept of mail order. So if mail order is your cup of tea, you want to use that in your search. In addition to that, you can put in more than one local pharmacy. So we'll go back to pharmacies. We'll hit view. And I'm going to go and search for another pharmacy. I'm going to put in Walgreens. I'm going to hit the search button at the end again. Again, some Walgreens choices popped up. I'm going to pick the one right in the heart of Vineland. And now you can see that I have 2 pharmacies. Now you can set the Walgreens as your primary pharmacy and then everything will be based off of that. However, if you want your drug costs based off the Walgreens, just so that you can see what it's like, because some of you are like, I don't really care where I go, just as long as the price is right, click this button here. And in addition to mail order, Walgreens is now a choice. If we click that and we hit close, again, you can see that the estimated drug cost has changed again, and as such, the estimated annual cost has also changed. So a very, very nice feature to be able to go and switch things around, choose different pharmacies in the area, and find out which ones would treat you best. This third button that I introduced, Add Current Plan, does have some usage to you. So what we'll do is we'll pretend that you're in a plan for now, and we'll see how adding that plan to your view will make a difference for you. So we're going to come to this Add Current Plan button. We're going to hit it. Under this Select Plan Type, there's only one choice, but we have to choose it. So it's Prescription Drug Plan. Your zip code's automatically filled in, and we're not going to pick on anybody specific. We're just going to grab the first plan in the list, and then we're going to say Update Current Plan. When you do this, it's going to show you 2 things. Number 1, it's going to show you your plan as it is in 2025, and right below that, it's going to show you what your plan is going to look like in 2026. So this is a very quick and easy snapshot for you to figure out what's going to happen in your plan if you sit on your hands, if you don't make a choice. So you can see here that in this particular example, the total estimated annual cost for 2025 is significantly lower than what's coming for 2026. But more importantly, we know what you're going to be facing from an estimated standpoint, and you can compare that against all of the other plans in this system and make an educated decision as to whether or not you want to sit on your hands or if you want to jump ship and you want to make a different enrollment decision. So all of this is going to lead to one of 2 conclusions. A, you're going to stay with what you have, or B, you're going to enroll in something else. Now, for the sake of argument, we're going to pretend that you're going to enroll in something different. So I'm just going to grab the first plan in the list. I'm going to say Add to Cart with this orange button. When I go to add this to the cart, it's going to show it to me. It's ready to go. and I'm going to hit this gold continue to apply button. Now at this point in time, nothing else is going to happen because at the time I'm making this video, it's prior to the open enrollment season. It's prior to October 15th. So there's nothing for me to show you here. However, during this process, you can imagine you're going to be invited to type in your name, your address, your phone number, your email. You're going to need your red, white, and blue Medicare card to put in your Medicare information. You'll also potentially need banking info because you'll have the ability to tell them that you want to be invoiced or you want to get a coupon book. But if you like things to be automatic out of the bank, you may have the opportunity to put that information in there. Carriers vary on whether or not they do that. So some of them will let you do it during the enrollment process, and some of them want you to call it in after you've been enrolled. The bottom line is that you should choose a method that you think you like that for the year, because generally speaking, carriers don't like it when you change your payment method mid-year, and some of them won't even let you do it. Once you enroll in a prescription drug plan, there are a couple of things to know about the rules. So rule number one, when you enroll in a prescription drug plan during the annual enrollment period, or the annual election period, the AEP time frame has a very unique property to it. If you enroll in a drug plan October 15th, and then you decide that you want to change your mind, you want to enroll in a different one November 3rd, you can. The rule is you can enroll in as many plans as you want, and whatever one hits the desk last is the one that's going to win. So you could make 10 enrollment decisions and then December 7th come in and say, I want to do something different, and that last one is the one that's going to stick. This is an especially useful thing if you make an enrollment decision early in the season and then a doctor has a conversation with you late in the season and says, you're going to have this new drug coming. Now you can add that new drug to your list and make sure that you're going to be in the best plan for all of your drugs plus the new one. So the bottom line is that you have buckets and buckets of flexibility. When you enroll in a drug plan, just like I described with Medicare Advantage, every drug plan you enroll in will automatically kick you out of whatever you were in. So drug plan enrollments replace one another. It's not possible to be in two plans at once. Medicare will not tolerate it. If you enroll in a plan, you're going to get everything that you've always gotten. You'll get an ID card, you'll get a welcome kit, you'll get information about how your payments are going to be made. Everything that you need is going to come to you once you make that enrollment decision. And once again, if you make a subsequent enrollment decision, if you change your mind, you get new stuff for all that second plan as well. So when you're doing this, I am going to have great visibility on it. Now that visibility that I'm going to have is going to be something that you can provide to me. Excuse me. And I'm going to go back to the screen here to show you how. Some of you are going to do the search and you're going to be ready to make an enrollment decision, but you're just not 100% sure. You're going to want me to weigh in, and I have no problem weighing in on your decision. I'll take a look at things and make sure that you're doing things the right way. But if you want me to weigh in before or after an enrollment decision, to do so is very, very easy. Now, once you enroll, I am going to have visibility on what you enrolled in. But prior to enrollment, if you want me to see this screen, if you want me to see what you've done, simply come up here to where it has my name right here. And when you click that open, you'll see a code here. All you have to do is provide me with that code and I will be able to see everything that you've done. So if you want my guidance prior to making an enrollment commitment, or if you make an enrollment commitment, you just want me to kind of do a second look over it, no problem. Just give me that code. I'll go through things and make sure that everything looks good. So as you can see, this system is not really replacing what I've done for you in the past. It is simply streamlining the process and making it easier for you to window shop and make an enrollment decision on your own. So hope that works for everybody. Hope you learned. Good luck using the system. I think you're going to find it a very easy system to use. But as always, if you need me, I'm here. Just reach out. Thanks for listening. Hope you learned something. Have a great day. Bye-bye.